Let's go. Alright, boys. It's a good place to soul farm. So farm some souls. Great soul farming area right here, for sure. Come on, peekaboo. Gotcha. So go as slow as you get on this, and then it's so convenient because you can just run up here. Whoop. And if you're wondering where this is at, I'll go back to the Nexus so you can see the Charstone. Alright, see, it's coming from down here, it's right here, right up. Whoop. Ritual stones, ritual, get easy. Whoop. Just go straight down, so simple. And if it couldn't get any simpler, homie that sell you the arrows is right here in the hole. I'm using light arrows, that seem to work the best for me. Buy like 20 at a time, and he's got a bunch of other good goodies that can help you out later in the game. You can farm souls and buy all this shit. You know what I mean? Build your inventory up. It's a good spot to build your inventory up. Oh, it took too long, they're catching me up with it. Just kill him real quick. Aim for the legs of the Reaper. He's gonna walk forward. Oh, I missed. And when you kill him, all the ghosts die too. And you get all the souls. Rinse, wash, and repeat. Try to make sure you keep this shit on. Oh, there we go. Boom. A couple of arrows. Look at the souls going up. There's other people running back and forth too. They probably doing the same damn thing. This is a good place to farm when you know what you're doing. Be careful, don't walk too much forward because you'll fall. Oh shit. Seen this little ghostly head. Okay, because he's gonna move. Oh, yeah, see, he's going in the. Oh shit. They move so slow and give you so many souls. This is a perfect spot to farm. He went in this room over here, so wait for him to come back out. So he always comes back. The longer you take to come out, the more soul. The Reaper is making these ghost things. I don't know what they are. See? They just keep coming. Look at them shits. He's coming back out. I'm gonna let him come out. Don't fall, don't fall. Don't fall. Technically, you don't have to roll. You could just move back. They so slow. You gotta be careful right here though, because you can fall off and get ambushed by what's happening down there. As you can see with some of these dudes. It's your best bet. Look at that. Easy. Look at them souls going up. Easy way to get your character nice and strong without having to do too much. Oh, shit, my music cut off? That day, John. Come on now. There we go. See the souls going up? Nice way to soul farm. If you're having a hard time in this game and you need to get powerful once you get to this part, it's an easy way to farm a bunch of souls with minimal effort and without having to do anything too dramatic. There's a couple other spots in the game too that's good for stuff like this. But this is the first one you come across pretty early in the game. Boom. Look at that. See those souls going up? Look how many souls I got. Right back up, boom. The PS5's loading time is so great, it makes it even quicker. This was a good trick back in the day. It's even better now with this loading speed. Easy. Normally I go back to the Nexus when I get like 80,000. This is a good spot to set yourself up in this game. Give you a good advantage early in the game. Set you up nice for later. See, the other people doing the same trick. This shit ain't nothing new. If you a vet, you know this trick. Boom. Easy. Now watch, go back to the Nexus. Right. I'm leveling up my magic a little bit.
Let strength be granted so the world might be mended. So the world might be mended.
13,000 fucking level right now. Shit crazy. I'm gonna need that faith stat because I'm gonna get that great sword later on. And it scales by faith, so yeah, let's just put it there for later. A lot of damn souls.
Art thou finished?
And that's basically it. Rinse, wash, and repeat. Put some music on. Just rap. One trip I could already level up once if I wanted. Do this shit bad times and set myself up nice. I'm glad they left all these little tiny exploits in. They did an awesome job of making it so that the old school fans of this shit could just get back in here and use some of the tricks we learned from back in the day. If you remember them, this game is so old. Niggas played it so long ago. I can't even lie, I had to do some research to refresh my memory on a lot of this shit. Whoa. Oh, he scared me. Fucking Phantom. Yeah, what happened? I'm empty? Get the fuck out of here.
Oh, hello.
Oh, there's some more.
All done.
Pie. Coming back out. Oh! Okay, it's a good time to show you what to do if you do fall. Good. Forgot what these stones mean. They do mean something. You can get back up there. There's doors on the sides of this room that take you back upstairs if you do fall and survive. Get a couple more arrows just because. Hi. Come on, arrows. Come on. Oh, fuck. Motherfucker. Motherfucker. Come on. Let's go.
Oh, hello. All done.
Come on, really? Gotta change my music on Spotify. I've been listening to the same CD, wow, I'm all same music. Oh. Can he see me? No, he just chilling. Nah, he could see me. Fucker. Technically, you could just sit here killing these ghosts over and over again and get infinite souls from right here. It's slower than killing the Reaper. Oh shit. Got health regen. Ring. Health regen ring. This album is fucking fire right here. Beige. Let's go. What's good, bro? Oh shit. Yeah, I'm on. Cop that pipe, that P5 gave a dude some motivation to come back, you know?
Oh, hello.
But everything been good though. Been watching my videos, so I appreciate it. Even though I ain't been uploading anything for a long time, I appreciate everybody that stuck and just, you know, watch the stuff I had on here. Right? It's crazy when you see a dead channel come alive. I had a mean zombie channel, right? I'm back though. Streaming Demon Souls. Right now, I am soul farming. And I know a lot of people who never played this game back in the day are gonna struggle. This is a perfect area. I know. My wife worked at GameStop, so I had the inside source, bro. I sold like 5 of these shits, well, 5 pre-orders to my homies. If you was local, you would have been good. I got the Connect for the P5s. Yeah, God is good, you know. It just so happened to work out like that for me. I helped my friends get councils, and a couple people got councils for Christmas that needed them that I knew, because I knew it was going to be rough, especially with what's going on with the COVID and all that shit. This was the highlight for a lot of people for this year. And there was a what was it, a press release from Sony earlier this week, or was it last week, I mean, maybe, that there's more consoles coming before Christmas. So, alright, we're not getting into all of that shit. I know, we ain't getting into all that. You like what you like, I like what I like. You an Xbox dude, that's fine. I like Xbox too. But I like them Sony exclusives, and I don't play online like that, so single player games are better for me. You like Xbox better? That's cool. I'm a PlayStation dude. I mean, I was an Xbox guy too, though. I camped outside a BJ's, and you know them little tool sheds they be having outside of like BJ's or Home Depot, them little wood tool sheds. Me and my brother camped out all night in one of them shits outside of a BJ's to get an Xbox 360 when they first came out. So, I play everything. I camped out for a Switch in a tent for a week. Nah, you good, you know, just you gotta, when you on the internet, people, you know, people get real tribal with their console stuff. Some people like Xbox, some people like PlayStation, and for some people it's like gangs. So they will argue you down for what they like over what you like, and then at the end of the day, it really don't matter, because when you playing, you enjoying yourself. When I'm playing, I'm enjoying myself. So that's really what it's about. Nah, the Xbox is lit. They just need some exclusives. They struggling with shit right now. They gotta work on it. I was gonna get one, but when they delayed Halo, I said there's no point. All those games on Game Pass are great, but the only problem is for me, I play games. So half of those games that's on there, I played already. There's no point in me buying an Xbox to play a bunch of shit that I played already in super duper 4K with a lot more horsepower behind the game. That's all great if you never played those games before. You get a bunch of them for a good set price. But I played all those games already. Most of them. I mean, not every game on Game Pass I play, but a lot of those games that's worth playing, I played already. And if I didn't play them, they're in my backlog. I'll get to them eventually. Really? Fuck you. I mean, I wish everybody can get one of these, you know? It really sucks how the launch rolled down. Yeah, the graphics are really good. I mean, everybody's saying the graphics are great. It's not really graphics that you buying these new consoles for. It's more technical aspects. It's not like a big jump from PS2 to PS3. That was a huge jump. You know, from regular CRT TVs to HD graphics. That was a huge fucking jump for gaming. This is not as big of a jump. This is more of a technical thing. I mean, we got ray tracing and shit like that going on here, which is great. But I mean, not everybody gives a crap about all that stuff. You know, some people would rather just 60 frames per second, you know, for the game to run smooth. And I can understand that. Me personally, I'm a graphics guy. I like graphics, you know, so I go graphics over the 60 frames. But I mean, if I could get both, I'll choose both. They both are great, but I like graphics. I'm an old school gamer, and you know, back in the day when we had those old school consoles, Nintendo, Super Nintendo, graphics was what it was all about. Now it's a more technical aspect to games, you know. How many things is on screen and running at once. You know, shit like Cyberpunk is a great example of that. Oh shit, I'm out of arrows. You know, Cyberpunk would have never been possible when I was like 5 years old playing Nintendo. You know, and to come from that to this and actually be able to see it, some of these young gamers don't even know, you know. I mean, they got dudes working at IGN and GameSpot and shit. That's like 30-something years old or 20 years old. They never experienced that generation like we did, you know. Oh shit. Having to wait until Christmas to get the console and watching the games evolve from one thing to the next. You know, I really think Cyberpunk is going to do the same thing that Metal Gear Solid 2 did for games. When Metal Gear Solid 2 came out and people seen what that shit looked like, they couldn't believe that game looked the way it did for PlayStation 2. Metal Gear Solid 2 was a pinnacle game for gaming. Even if you don't like Metal Gear, you gotta still respect the tech that was in that game. You know, it pushed graphics forward to show you what games could be. Yeah, Cyberpunk is gonna be good. I just hope it runs really good, man. I'm scared about, cause it looks so crazy. I'm like, we're gonna load this shit up and our systems are gonna blow up. I don't know how they're gonna get that to run. That is the most graphics crazy and technical I've ever seen. Technology I've ever seen in a game ever. There's a lot of shit going on. You know, it's not as big as maybe Skyrim and some of those games, but the graphics and what the characters are doing, stuff like that. Yeah, it looks buggy, but they just released some shit, a press thing today saying that the version that all the reviewers are playing right now does not include the full day one patch, which I thought was a little stupid. Like, why you send out code early to all these people to review the game, and the version that you sent them doesn't include the day one patch? They called it the day zero patch, and they said the day one patch is the day zero patch, but by the time we get the game later this week, they're gonna add more bug fixes to that patch, so that when it comes out, we're gonna get a better version than everybody else is playing. Another thing that I thought was gonna make a difference too. All the reviewers who saying that the game is buggy and it suffers from a lot of stuff is that they're playing it on PC, and PC is a total different infrastructure than console is, because we don't all own the same PC. So even though you might be running the same graphics cards and, you know, the same RAM or some shit like that, it's not the same as if you all playing on a PS5 or an Xbox Series X, because that's a level playground. It's the same thing for everybody that buys one of those consoles. My PS5 is the same as your PS5, you know, so that, oh shit, that gives it a little bit of a, you know, the game a better way to run without having to worry about all the other complexities of having a PC at the same time. You know, I just hope it runs real smooth, because I'm going to enjoy that game a lot. I'm a big RPG guy. Skyrim is my favorite RPG. Yeah, PC is different. You know, PC is great for what it does, but I mean, I'm a console gamer. I've never been a PC guy. And when I did play PC stuff, I downloaded like emulations of like Japanese fighting games, like Mark of the Wolves before it came to America, that type of shit. You know, I never been a Doom or a Counter-Strike or none of that type of. I never played none of that shit really. Not my type of gaming. Nothing wrong with that stuff. That's just not the type of gaming I do. I'm more of a personal gamer. I like single player experiences that you know, I really study the characters, and it helps me grow as a person to have those individual personal experiences from a game. You know, multiplayer is great, but I feel like when I incorporate my gaming with other people, because I'm a solitary person mostly, that when I play online with people, they ruin the experience for me, you know, because not everybody's selfless and humble. You're always going to get some type of kid or somebody that's, you know, just doing their own thing. Yeah, I was thinking about building a PC because I want to really get this channel up and moving maybe, just for streaming and stuff like that, you know, to get some editing features and shit like that. I thought about it. You know, maybe next year. I was thinking about it. Maybe next year we'll get some PC stuff and really get the channel going for you guys. You know, I've never bought anything to stream with off a PC ever, so I was like, oh, I can stream from the P5? Like, that's great. Oh, shit. Motherfucker. Right, so the streaming features on this is great. You know? And these new consoles, that basically, if you look at the architecture, right, of what's inside of these new consoles, the PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they're PCs. It's the same exact shit that's in the PCs. You know, it's just it's just custom hardware using PC parts. It's just the same shit. But you spend $500 and you get a bunch of bells and whistles. Yeah, that's what's up. I'm glad you enjoy the content, bro. Cause I'm not doing it for like views or nothing. I do it, you know, just to, you know, to show people what I'm playing. It's a different world now for gaming. Back when I played games, it was always just me in a room playing. Now I could play with other people without having people around me. It used to just be me and my friends when I did have a bunch of friends. Now it's just me. I got a wife and kids. I ain't got a bunch of friends and shit to be sitting around gaming all day. We all grown now, so this about as close as I get to communicating with other people while I'm gaming. But I appreciate it. I looked on my site, I got like 500 and something subscribers, which is nothing. But I mean, to me, I'm like, damn, 500 people stuck around on this channel while I didn't post anything. I mean, I was pouring my heart out in some of them videos on this channel back in the day, but just for whoever to see it. I wasn't trying to push it for monetary reasons, you know, just for the soul of gaming. You know, I'm an old school gaming dude. Like, I really love gaming. Period. Not for money, not for monetary value, just for the passion of what the art form of gaming. Oh, that's what's up. You just had a son? Yeah, I got 2 boys and 1 girl. When I started this channel, I had just 2 kids. I got a new son named Adonis. And kids will make you more grounded too. I love my babies. None of this stuff happens without my wife and my kids, for sure, for real.
Art thou finished?
Yeah. Just trying to make it, man. new generation of gaming is great.
Oh, hello.
I hope everybody gets a chance to get one of these sooner than later, and these fucking bots and scalpers stop making it hard for the real gamers to actually get their hardware so we could all game up, man. Cause that shit is ridiculous, cause that has nothing to do with the passion of gaming. They're making it hard for us real people who just want the consoles to game. You know, I could have sold these shits if I wanted to, you know, not even to be funny or to say, to pat myself on the back or nothing. I could have had a bunch of these damn consoles and just sold them. But what would that really have done for the community of gaming? Nothing. Oh shit. Oh shit, I ain't lose no help from that. It wouldn't have done nothing to help the culture of gaming, you know? A lot of people love gamers. Don't do it. Don't do it. If you go on StockX and buy one of these consoles for an overpriced amount, it's gonna hurt you later, because you know what's gonna happen? You're gonna buy it, and then you're gonna turn around and see that Sony released more consoles or something, and you would have the opportunity to get it for retail price, and it'll be a waste of fucking money. And none of this stuff that's out right now is worth you going crazy over. Demon's Souls is great. I'm a fan of Godfall. I don't know, a lot of people don't like Godfall. I do. You know, Spider-Man is amazing, but you can play Spider-Man on PS4. There's nothing wrong with playing Spider-Man on PS4. There's no reason to make yourself crazy to get one of these right now. There's nothing on here that's like groundbreaking. You know, the controller's real nice, but I'm gonna tell you this too. My wife just had to take my controller back to GameStop today because the haptics, or not the haptics, the triggers, right? What do you call? I forgot what you call the triggers. The adaptive triggers. That's what they call adaptive. The adaptive triggers are great, but I was playing Godfall last night, and all of a sudden, while I'm playing the game, I felt one of the triggers get real loose. Like it was loose as hell, right? So I said, that's gotta be something mechanical broke. I never dropped this controller. Nothing. My kids play this console too, but they don't drop it or nothing. They just like me. They take good care of our hardware. So the button, my R2 button, just all of a sudden got really, really loose. And I didn't do nothing exorbitant or crazy to the controller. We didn't drop it. So I had to take the controller back to GameStop, and we just got another one. You know, thank God my wife worked there. I didn't have to pay for it or nothing. She got like a lifetime warranty on accessories. If long take it back and get a brand new. A lot of people hate GameStop, but there's benefits. Yeah, there's a lot of moving parts in this damn controller. So, and then on YouTube and look at other people's that their R2 button in the back all of a sudden got loose. They were playing NBA 2K or something, and then all of a sudden their R2 button was mad loose. You know, it comes from the adaptive triggers, because when you play in the game, the triggers fight you to press them down. And in between you fighting to press the buttons down and the motors inside the controller, something mechanically, you know, it breaks. Like the fatigue or something, I don't know. But it wasn't an isolated incident just to me. As soon as it happened to me, I went online to see if anybody else had this problem. And those videos are out there. You know, I just hope that Sony's going to have to do something to fix this. It hasn't gotten no real attention yet because I don't think enough people have had the problem. I think once enough people have, it's going to have to iron out. You know, it's turned it off. Console's been fine. I've had a couple of crashes here and there. Nothing crazy. No more, no less than when I'm playing on my PS4 and the game crashes every once in a while. Same thing. You know, they iron out the infrastructure a little bit. This is a great machine. Game Pass is not enough to hold me. That's not. I play a lot of games. I don't post everything on my channel because I'm just not that type of dude. But all that time when I wasn't posting anything, I've been playing the whole time. I played everything. You know, most of the main hitters, that is, Ghost of Tsushima, Red Dead 2, all those games that came out. The Last of Us Part 2, I've played all that shit already. You know, and all the third-party shit, the Assassin's Creed games, Call of Duty. A lot of that stuff that's in Game Pass, I played it. I'm not gonna say they've been slacking, they've been struggling with that platform. You know, when I first heard about Game Pass, I said, oh Lord, this is the beginning of the end. They're giving away all of these games, or like a Netflix service with all these games on it, right? And you for like $15 a month, and you can play all this stuff. It just seemed like they was giving away too much without having to pay for really nothing. You know, I think you can sign up for fucking Game Pass for like $1. I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like, it almost seems like desperation. You know, it made me sad. I remember the glory days of Xbox. Halo, Fable, fucking Knights of the Old fucking Republic. Knights of the Old Republic is one of the greatest RPGs of all time. I'm like, damn, Microsoft. Right, Fable was great. A lot of people didn't like Fable. I loved Fable, even though they promised us the damn stars, the sun, and the moon. But I liked Fable. I played all 3 games. And I enjoyed them. They weren't the greatest games, but I like RPGs. I like stories. They don't always have to be a fucking, you know, super perfect rotten story all the time. If it's gaming, I'll give it a chance, and I can find something to love in everything that I play. For the style of games that I like. You know, we all like what we like. Yeah, the first Fable was good. Fable 2 was the best one, though. Right, what else was great? Fucking, Mass Effect on Xbox. That was an exclusive back in the day. Now Mass Effect is on everything. Because Xbox couldn't contain it. There wasn't enough people buying Xbox consoles to make it worth that game staying on the console as an exclusive. Imagine that. To me, that was like God of War ended up on Xbox. They should have held on to that shit like it had the antidote in it. You know, that game was super duper popular. How do you let that go like that? You know? Xbox needs to find their identity again. You know, I know they're trying to sell services, which is a great thing if they want to go that route, but it takes them out of the conversation for, you know, exclusive creativity in gaming, and that's what sells games. I don't think that it wasn't all their choice to let Mass Effect go. The people who make Mass Effect, they want their game to be in the hands of the most people possible. I mean, PlayStation is selling 170 million consoles. I mean, you can't deny that that's a lot of machines in people's houses. Xbox sold like 50 million consoles last generation, something like that. I mean, it doesn't even compare at all. You know, Xbox makes a big deal out of their machines, and they do a good promotions and advertisement. You would think they're selling a lot, but they're really not. They only sold like 50 million consoles last generation. Meanwhile, the PS4 sold like 140 million. I mean, it's not even a comparison at all. You know, they're getting squashed. Then Nintendo's just doing their own damn thing. You know, they took the smart route and said, I'm just going to sit back and watch these two guys fight and laugh while we laugh all the way to the bank while we just survive off of iconic exclusive that we built when there was no Xbox and was no PlayStation. You know, classics never die, and that's what Nintendo is living off of, being classic. People will buy Mario just because it's Mario. He's iconic, you know. They don't have to compete with these other machines. If they get the games, they could fight back better. I believe in them. Xbox is a, you know, and that's where I'm not really a patriot or nothing like that, but I mean, come on, that PlayStation is all Japanese. Xbox is American, and there's enough of this marketplace for everybody. You know, and what you shouldn't want them to get destroyed. You shouldn't want to see them do great, because competition is great for gaming. You got to push these developers to want to do something. That we'd have no Cyberpunk if it wasn't for shit like Oblivion, you know, the Elder Scrolls games. You think the people that made Cyberpunk and The Witcher would even think about making a game that big? If it wasn't for games like Elder Scrolls and Elder Scrolls and shit. I want to see them do good, man. Yeah, exactly. It's not gonna hurt. It's just gonna be better for all of us. You know, nothing moves forward without innovation. And right now, Sony is the only one doing it. They have a monopoly on innovation right now. And that's not healthy for the creative environment. You know, you want the guys at Microsoft to be looking at the guys at Sony and being like, that's great. Now let's see if we can do something like that. You know? Instead, you're seeing third-party companies doing it. Like that game that just came out, Immortals Phoenix Rising. It's basically, I'm not gonna say it's a Zelda clone, because that's kind of disrespectful to the creators of the game. They got their own thing going on there, but it has a lot of aspects to that game. It's straight from Zelda. You know, the Breath of the Wild. You know, but that game pushed them to make the Immortals. It pushed them to, you know, to bring that type of experience outside Nintendo. Nintendo's great for what they do. I'm not a Nintendo guy. I grew up on that stuff, you know, but I tend to go more towards the more mature, darker content now. But when I was a kid, man, I was a Mario guy. You know, I played Streets of Rage on Genesis. Me and my dad used to play 2 players. Yeah. Gaming right now is a selfish hobby. You know, people like what they like. They don't care what you say. They got their tribe, you got your tribe. And it shouldn't be like that, you know? Everything's gotta be segregated. It's almost like council racism. You know, I like all the council. I play everything. I buy everything when it's worth me actually spending my money. I could have had an Xbox, didn't want a damn Xbox. Wasn't enough games for me to play. And then on top of that, if you go to Digital Foundry on YouTube, all the third-party games are running better on PlayStation right now. Council racism, that's funny. That's kind of what it's like, though. That's kind of what it's like. If you go in some of these chat rooms and shit, people do not care. They go hard for what they like. You know, I find it like all the people that like Xbox are people that like to play a lot of online games. You know, because the Xbox is the most powerful console. You know, you get the best visuals there, you get the best performance there. Well, you're supposed to. It's not happening exactly right now, but I think at the end of this, like the mid part of this generation, when they start to work out the kinks with the Xbox, it's a more powerful machine. You know, they're gonna have the advantage with technology and power at the end of the day. Right now, Sony's jumping out the gate with a good lead, but Xbox needs to get some exclusives. They bought all those studios. I'm like, where are the games, man? You know, it's like they're building stuff. They're gonna have a downpour of games. I just hope whatever they bought them studios for to create, I hope they all be bangers. You know, Ninja Theory, you know, and Obsidian, Obsidian is a huge fucking. That's a great fucking studio for them. You know, they make some of the best RPGs of the generation. Obsidian is a great studio. If they do the right thing and let those guys have free roam and don't tie their hands too much, they can really do something great for Xbox as a brand. Yeah, their focus is Game Pass because you can't say no to Game Pass. It's a smart bet for anybody. How can you argue with that? You know? You know, you pay a low price and you get a high quantity of quality games. You know, it's quantity over quality, basically, for them. But what they're missing is that quality is a smaller thing on PlayStation. They might not have a service where you can get all those games at once, but PlayStation has experiences that you only can experience here. You know, and then you add this controller on top of that when it works. You know, they're trying new things. Xbox is not doing that. They basically released the same machine. They basically released the same machine and just made it more powerful. I mean, they didn't even change the controller, for Christ's sake. They didn't even want to take a risk to give you something new to hold in your hand. That's how I felt like that. Like they could have at least did that, right? They didn't innovate anything on that Xbox Series X. Nothing there is innovative, right? I hear them talking about the what do you call it? The game switching mode thing that they have. I had people talking about that. I'm like, that's great. So I can play 3 games and have them all running at the same time. But how many people you know are playing 3 games at once? Right? Most people that are hardcore gamers, you know, and you got real life going on, kids or whatever the hell's going on. I don't have time to play 3 games at once, so I don't need that feature. It's just something I'm not going to use. Yeah, it's about the Xbox Series X is twice as powerful as the Xbox One X. Twice as powerful. I don't know. It's going to be an interesting generation because PlayStation is doing something evolutionary on their platform. You know, the PlayStation is evolved, and it's evolved into something else. It's like Pokemon. It's like having a Pikachu and going to a Raichu or something. This shit is an evolution of the brand, this PS5. Microsoft is just taking what they are and improving upon that instead of changing it. You know, they didn't want to take that risk. It's hard enough for them. They're like, we don't want to do anything too crazy. And then people just totally run from it. I think they should have went real dramatic and jumped out the window. Sony took that risk. They took that risk and jumped out the window. Right? We're going to make an all-white council that looks crazy like it's from fucking Gundam or some shit. Right? We're going to make the controller white. A white controller is sexy, but it's not very functional when you're thinking about playing the game. There's going to be 1,000 of these controllers that are going to be brown. You're going to see 1,000 of these controllers used in GameStop in 2 years. They're going to be brown as shit and half priced, and people are going to buy them because they're $70 fucking dollars. You know? They took a real radical standpoint in the design of the console. And I respect that. I respect them jumping out the window and trying something new. You know, it takes guts to do that. You know, they didn't have to take. I mean, they were in a good position to try something new, though. They were already winning, so they knew the fan base would follow them. So basically, whatever they would do, you know. But Microsoft has to find their thing, and I don't think Game Pass is going to be it. Not forever. Yeah, Yeah, they do. It's a white controller. Of course it's gonna get dirty quick. I mean, as soon as I seen the controller when they first revealed the count, I said, white? Really? Sony. I'm like, you realize that people, you know, not everybody's is a filthy fucking animal, but I mean, a white controller is like, it's like having white pants on or white sneakers. You know, you're constantly watching to see if you're gonna get something on yourself. It's the same thing. I clean this controller like every other night. You know? I grab a baby wipe or two and just wipe the controller down, sterilize it with some sanitizer every other night, you know, because I turn it around after my kids play. You know, I mean, they not sloppy with the controller or nothing. It's just natural. It's gonna get dirty. It's a white controller. Just something else to think about that most gamers don't want to think about. Nobody wants to think about how clean their console or their controller is, but dude like me, I'm wiping my console down with a baby wipe, the white panels.
Hello.
I'm wiping the damn controller down. You know, I'm just really, I don't know, it gives me anxiety just thinking about it. I don't want my shit to be dirty. I don't want the console to be dirty. Man, I'm gonna be streaming a lot. Now, right now, I'm only streaming Demon Souls. I beat Godfall already. I'm doing in-game content in Godfall right now, which is really fun. I love Godfall. It's a good game. People are heating that game up online too, talking about its garbage and shit. Godfall is a great game. There's nothing wrong with that game. Is it a little overpriced? Is it worth the $70 price tag? Probably not. It probably isn't worth $70. I think if it wasn't a launch game, a launch experience, it wouldn't be $70. You know, but it's something different. Like, again, it's something new, and it's different. It's exclusive to the console. See step 225? I got you. Let me get a pen and write that down. Let me write that down. Alright. I wrote it down. I'll add you later, bud. We need to build a community around this channel, not for monetary reasons, just for real gamers, man, you know? You know, I mean, there's nothing wrong with other people that play shit like just NBA 2K, but there's a universe of gaming out here. I just feel like people are doing themselves an injustice not playing as much of this stuff as they possibly can and broadening their horizons. I mean, games are just as powerful story-wise as movies and books are, to me. I mean, if you want it to be, you gotta look deep and go and go get the story for some of these games. Like, this game makes you fight for the story. And I think gaming needs to be respected more, and I think the people that create games need to be respected more. You know, because people are being real hard and critical on Cyberpunk right now. There's a lot of people that took a big chunk of their fucking life to create that piece of digital art, and I feel like people are just, you know, washing it off to being buggy, and is it worth your money and worth your time? Yo, you said, yo, I love Persona 5, but that game is so fucking long, but it is so fucking good. I must have jumped into it like at least 2 times. One time I put like 20 or 30 hours in, and I forgot something came out, and I started playing that, and I got distracted and never went back to it again. You know, I even had Royal once. I found I had it on sale, and I found myself not playing it, so I traded it in. You know, but yeah, that is a game I most definitely have to beat as an RPG guy. That's one of the greatest RPGs of this generation for sure. You know, Persona 5 is a lot of people have that problem with that game though, because it's so long. The game is stylized to a T. It's beautiful. The story is great. That game is like a perfect Japanese RPG, old school style, and we don't get those that often. The only problem with it is long as shit. It's like Xenosaga, or Xenogears. I mean, I don't know if you remember Xenogears back in the day. That game was like 200 hours long. Xenogears, and that was the regular fucking game. It wasn't like there was side quests or none of that shit. The regular story was 200 fucking hours long. You know, and when you do that, you isolate a big group of gamers that's not willing to put that type of time into a game. Not everybody's willing to do that. Yeah, that game requires time. Like not everybody wants to make a fucking life decision when they play a video game, but when you're playing something that's that long, I mean, that's a pretty dramatic decision. It's pretty fucking serious. See, this game, the biggest thing in this game is getting your stamina and your HP. I mean, your endurance and your vitality, because the more health you have and the more stamina you have, you can survive a lot more stuff. You know, and then on top of that, there's little tricks with different bosses with magic and shit like that. Damn, it's 3 in the morning. Shit is crazy right now. Alright, I'm about to get off and watch something with my wife while she's still awake. Yeah, but most definitely keep your ear to the channel. You know. Oh, Bloodborne? Bloodborne is a great game. I loved Bloodborne. I beat the hell out of that game too. What's the werewolf guy's name? Father Gaston or whatever. That motherfucker was insane to fight. One of the craziest fights I ever had in the game was fighting that boss. You know, but that game has a lot of good boss fights like that. You know, personally, I like Sekiro more because I like the Japanese aesthetic to that game more than Bloodborne. Bloodborne's dark, gritty, you know, gothic type of scenery, which was great for what it was, but Sekiro is more my type of game. Holy shit, Patches is gone. I just realized that he's in the stage that I just left. Interesting. Alright. Put my regular leather outfit back on. Everything but the helmet, but you can't see my helmet. I see. I'm about to get off for the night. Yeah, you need to play Sekiro, bro. See, what the hell is going on? There's a glitch. I'm trying to use a gesture to wave, and I can't get it to pop up. You see what I mean? That's a glitch. Oh, there it goes. It came back now. That's a glitch. You know what I mean? Nothing's perfect, man. Yeah, you take it easy too, bro. I'm gonna add you. I'm about to get on before I get off totally. I'm gonna add you. Alright, I got you. Be easy.